Hello, 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 dreamers. Perla here. As always, thank you for your love and support. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing to the channel. If you haven't done so, go ahead and do so. We would love to have you. Aquarius, Pisces, Cusp. Be be aware or be mindful of the spaces that you go into spiritually. You sometimes tend to be a little too trusting within certain spiritual spaces that you go into. And if after connecting with certain people or certain things, your spirit seems uneasy or seems like an alert or whatever it is, pay attention to that. Not everyone that is out there saying certain things or whatever it is coming with the intentions that you believe are behind that. There's something here where some of you are seeking knowledge, are seeking to learn about certain type of closed practices or something of that matter, and spirit is asking you to have discernment as to whom it is that you choose to learn from, or who it is that you choose to connect with. And I apologize for the dogs moving the camera, but there's something here where you're going to have to, again, be mindful. I keep on wanting to say, like, hit the books, do your research and do, like, read books and try and find teachers or leaders in whatever this is that have an understanding or trying to have an understanding of whatever it is with what it is that you have researched or what it is that you have learned from said books or whatever it is. Um, again, I am, and this is going to probably just land with very few of you, but it is a closed spiritual practice that you want to go into. And this is where I'm saying, like, have discernment as to whom it is or who it is that you're choosing to connect with. Um, and that's pretty much as I am picking up within that energy. Nothing that I say is ever trying to scare you. It is just making you aware that just because you come with an intention to help others and et cetera, doesn't necessarily mean that everybody's coming with the same intention. And having discernment to recognize that your body, your physical body, is continuously connecting with you, is continuously talking to you. Sometimes that initial anxious moment or fearful moment or whatever it is can sometimes be, yeah, yourself, like, being afraid of the unknown. But other parts is like, this is not an energy that we want to learn from. This is not an energy that we want to engage with. And this is where self mastery really comes into play. This is where your practices of meditation, your practices of self reflection, your practices of healing, shadow work, etc., comes into play because it allows you to see something as clearly as it is, and there's no confusion as to what that sensation actually means. So if you're still struggling with recognizing what certain sensations are or what is it that they're trying to show you when it comes into connections with other people, etc., then instead of trying to go out there and trying to find a mentor, teacher, or whatever it is, spend a little bit more time with yourself, mastering yourself, and in the meantime, learn through books or whatever it is. You can research, like, you can get one book, and from that one book, you can find like another 10 or 15 books that are in the same subject. And I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pull a book out, right? So I have this book. This book took me like forever to read. I'm not ashamed to say it because it's like more of like learning than reading. But from this book alone, like, I don't know if you can see, like, there's mad things like underlined everywhere, right? There's like a bunch of pages under, like, everything is underlined. And aside from that, I have a little index card, right? That was not an index card anymore. It's more of like a little notebook that I started to write down all of the interesting things or the things that I wanted to learn more in depth about, right? And from this book, I have ordered like another 6 or 7 books that have expanded my knowledge in certain things within this. And that's what I'm trying to say. Like, sometimes you're ready to learn a knowledge or learn about something in a book and not necessarily be ready to practice it. And simultaneously, as you're learning through books or whatever, you're learning to master yourself. You're learning to really fully be in alignment with yourself so that when you go out into the world to seek a leader, a guidance, a teacher, a mentor, whatever it is, you know who you are and you know how your body responds or reacts to certain energy so that this way you're not learning those lessons when you're out there. I don't know if that makes sense. Again, I feel like that's going to resonate with very few of you, but it is your message. All right, so let's go ahead and let's pull out an oracle card for your closing message. One card for the closing message, Spirit. One card for Aquarius, Pisces, Cusp. One card. The Great Gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits and soul tribe. Again, I feel that you are in that place of like walking or connecting or in the midst of connecting to your soul tribe, to your spiritual team or whatever it is. But try not to rush this, and please listen to the intuitive hits that are coming, that you're physically feeling in your body. That is all I have. Sending every single one of you love, strength, and blessing, guys. Take care. Love you all. Bye-bye.